all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Hashem, Yahushua.
Alright, and peace to the hopefully elect, man.
Speak to the true occupant.
The sincere ones, the sincere brethren. Alright?
Yep.
That pushing the Lord word, man, is sincerity, man.
That's right.
Alright, not like these them guys that's leading zombies, man. Alright, those cult leaders, those sorcerers, man. Alright? Satanists. Ultimately Satanists. Because they adverse against the truth, man. But here at the Teachers of Truth, man, you know, we're going to bring out the pure word like we always do.
That's right.
Alright?
The Bible, man.
The Bible, not mixing the Lord word with the so-called white man article. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like a lot of brothers do.
Right.
Alright? Or bring in doctrines of men just like a lot of brothers do.
That's right.
Alright?
They try to deceive men with their words, man.
Deceive men, man.
That's what they're doing. That's deception.
Yeah, and that's why we call you guys witches, man. And sorcerers.
Yeah.
Alright, but this is what we gonna do right here. Read what you got out.
This is Matthew 4:18.
Yeah.
And Yahushua walking by the Sea of Galilee, saw two brethren, Simon called Peter, and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea.
And that net symbolizes this word that we bring out, the pure word. Not what ITRT is teaching. Alright? Not what GMS is teaching.
That's right.
Alright? The pure words that come out of the Bible, man. Alright?
That's right. That was vocab alone.
Not what vocab
I've been seeing him
alone.
come up a lot.
Oh man. Because a lot of them Israelite camps,
Okay.
they following Moses Malone, what's his name? Vocab Malone with that silliness.
And they know he ain't got the truth.
They know he ain't got the truth.
So they just keep their message.
Because they bullies, man. They Israelite bullies.
Okay.
Alright? Because they don't want no smoke over here, man.
Right. They want to look right in front of their men, too.
Yeah.
That's another con. Like the scribes and Pharisees, they want to look right
In front of the men, man. Alright?
Before they were fishers.
Fishers, man. That's what we are spiritually. With this word, we fishing, man. And the net, that's the word, man. Alright, the truth that we bring out, man. The words we speak, that's out of the book. Alright, go ahead.
And he said unto them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men.
Follow the Lord, man. Yahushua ain't gonna make fishers of men. Alright? So basically, man, that net is the truth. Alright? And you're supposed to cast that net. Alright? Meaning that truth. Alright? And you're supposed to fish the men. Alright? The 144,000. Alright? With this truth, man. Not with Esau buffoonery, man. The so-called white man lies, man. Alright? Yeah, read what you got.
This is Luke 4:18.
Yeah.
The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he have anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor.
The gospel, man, the good news, man. Alright, the words that's written in the book, man. Alright, we can't say that enough, man. We bring that out every week. Alright? Because he said, knowing this first.
Yeah.
Alright?
Yeah.
This is what you gotta know first. No prophecy of the scriptures.
Of
any private interpretation.
That's right.
And that's why we always bring this out, man. Alright, go ahead.
He said, he sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives,
God.
and recovering of the sight to the blind.
And that's that net, all right? That's being cast, man, through the word that's coming out of the book, man. All right?
Yep.
Get that Galatians 6 and 17. We're going to go into these marks, man. All right? Because you got this guy, I knocked the Edomite over there, Good Samaritan.
Yeah.
All right? Constantly lying. Before you read that, read the Revelation 21 and 8.
Okay.
All right? And it's the proof that you guys not part of that new covenant, man.
You said Revelation 21:8?
21 and 8.
But the fearful and unbelieving.
Unbelieving in what? The words that's being spoken out the Bible. All right, microchip is not in the Bible. We know that word more, that charagma is referring to what?
Money.
Printed money, man.
Everybody knows that.
Even our law said he fully understand that.
Absolutely. The Bible was talking about money.
That's what the Bible talking
I don't
about.
know what nobody else talking about.
You guys talk about it too. All right?
And the abominable and murderers.
And that's you guys are murderers, man.
Absolutely.
Because you hate a brother because he tell you the truth.
Absolutely.
You feel me? I became you guys' enemy because of the truth, man.
Absolutely.
We ain't speaking no words outside of this book, man. But you guys are. And just to defend the so-called white man word, you hate your own brother, man.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, huh?
And whoremongers.
Whoremongers, come on.
And sorcerers.
Sorcery, that's what I want to deal with, sorcery. All right, that guy Nazariah over there at I.Casting, that guy's a sorcerer, man. This guy know the mark of the beast is not referring to no microchip.
Absolutely.
That guy know that, man. That guy know that's not referring to the Pope riding on the white horse in Revelation 6.
Absolutely.
He searched the matter out. He know that. But he deceiving you guys, man. We don't know if these guys got paid off or what kind of agenda these guys got. But they way off the map, man. We get garbage they can teach it, man.
And idolaters.
Idolaters, come on. And idolaters is these one West Camp.
Absolutely.
With that 12 tribe sign, with the Star of David they claim. Oh, that's idolatry, man. Even putting up guys like Ariel and upholding them. That's idolatry, man. That's idolatry, man. Nate with his purple, they all got to wear purple. That's idolatry, man. That's not a commandment of Yahweh Shai. That's commandments of men. Traditions of men.
And all liars.
All liars. And that go for you, I knock the Edomite. You's a liar, man. And that's why we call you that. All right? And we justify in calling you that because the scriptures say ye are your father the devil. All right? And you being the devil, man, because you constantly lying. Claiming we didn't go into none of the information you brought out during the debate. I did a breakdown of the Ood, and I did a video of the mark in Galatians 6 and 16. And that's what you brought out, bro. But I didn't see no response from you, but you rather lie to the people, all right, to keep your little reputation amongst those zombies, man. That's it on that.
Shall have their part in the lake.
Shall have their part in the lake, and that's the proof you ain't part of the new covenant, man. Because those who under that new covenant gonna be delivered, bro. And if you a lying ass devil, like you guys acting, lying and hating, all right, because we bringing out the truth, then guess what? You gonna be a part of that other body called what? The lake of fire, that body of water, man. That body of water, that body of judgment that the Lord talked about right here. Go ahead.
And brimstone.
And what?
And brimstone.
Now let's go into the brimstone. We're going to the marks in a minute. Get that Job. First of all, let's get to Isaiah 30 and 33.
Isaiah 30 and 33.
Yep.
For Tophet.
For what?
Tophet.
Look up Tophet, brother.
H8613.
Yep.
Place of fire.
Place of fire. And we know
a place of cremation.
A place of cremation. Yep. And we know according to Ezekiel 38:22, where that place, Ezekiel 39 and 3, that place is Israel. All right? In the Hebrew tongue called Armageddon. All right, read what you got, huh?
Is ordained of old.
It's ordained, come on.
Yea, for the king it is prepared.
Yeah.
He hath made it deep and large. The power thereof is fire.
Yeah, the power thereof is fire. All right? That fire in that brimstone. Go ahead.
And much wood.
Yeah.
The breath of the Lord.
The what?
The breath of the Lord.
The breath of the Lord. Breath come out of your mouth, right?
Absolutely.
Read what you got.
Like a stream of brimstone.
Like a stream of brimstone, referring to the Leviathan, man.
Do with kindle.
Do with kindle. Now get to Revelation 19, last verse, bro. Let's see what's coming out of the Lord's mouth. What that's referring to. Without any private interpretation.
Talking about Revelation 19 and 21?
Yes, sir.
And the remnant were slain.
And the remnant was slain, go ahead.
With the sword.
With the what?
With the sword.
With the sword, go ahead.
Of him that sat upon the horse.
Of him that sat upon the horse. All right? And let's see where that sword coming from. You know, go to Revelation 19:14. 19:14, what that say?
It says, and the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses.
Go up to 12.
Revelation 19 and 12. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns.
And that many crown, is that 4735? That's the mini crown. That's after he took down the nation.
Absolutely.
All right?
Absolutely.
That's not referring to the crown in Revelation 6 and 2.
Right.
In Revelation 14. Come on, bro.
Come on. It's different. He had a name written that no man knew but he himself.
Yeah, we know.
And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood.
Yeah.
And his name is called the Word of Yahweh.
Yeah.
And the armies.
Yeah, go to 10.
Okay. Revelation 19 and 10.
Yeah.
And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see, thou do it not.
Yeah.
I am thy fellow servant, and of the brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai.
Read on.
Worship Yahweh.
Yeah.
For the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
All right, read on.
Gone, verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse.
Oh, a white horse.
Done.
All right, the same white horse.
That's right.
In Revelation 6 and 2.
Absolutely.
That's the, okay. And guess who? Guess who won it? Let's see.
And he that sat upon him was called faithful and true.
Now, that's not Constantine. We know that's referring to Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
Now let's go to Constantine's called faithful and true.
Done.
And in righteousness,
And what?
and in righteousness,
In righteousness. Go ahead.
he do judge and make war.
And make war. Go ahead.
His eyes,
That's it on that. Now jump down.
and he was on the cloud in other scriptures.
He was on the cloud, and that's a metaphor.
That's a
Same
white
thing.
horse.
Meaning he just coming with power.
That's it. That's it.
That horsepower.
So that tricks some people up.
Gun. Did you see that?
You
Yeah,
gotta
man.
explain that, man.
You guys tripping.
John really just having the same revelation and just talking about it different over and over again.
Gun.
He said the same thing, it's different.
Gun.
Ezekiel had the same vision. Who else had the same vision? Isaiah.
Oh, Ezra.
Ezra had the same vision. You know?
This is what I wanted right here.
Okay.
Yeah, same chapter, verse 15.
Okay.
Verse 15.
All right.
Because we read in Isaiah,
Right.
the breath of the Lord.
Right.
All right, about the breath of the Lord.
Absolutely. Let's keep
All right,
it.
breath coming out of your mouth, right?
That's right.
Now read what you got.
Revelation 19 and 15. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword.
And out of the Lord's mouth goeth a sharp sword.
That's right.
Sword just meaning destruction, man.
That's what it means.
Okay?
That's right.
So that's what it's referring to in Isaiah, man, when it says out of the Lord's mouth, he breathes, what is, how it said in there? It say, the Lord's breath is kindled a fire, man. All right? Like a stream of brimstone,
Absolutely.
which is lava leviathan, man. That's what the scripture's talking about, man.
Yeah, the Lord called his gentleman.
Come.
Force of spirit
Come.
to cause judgment.
Read that one.
Come. Here we go. It says that with it he should smite the nations.
With that sword, that's what the Lord used to destroy the nations.
Right.
That's what the Lord gonna use to destroy the nations, man. That same sword, which represents destruction, man.
13 hours till I land happy, like a light.
Hold
Like
on.
a light. Slip. Like
Go ahead, finish that one.
Right. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
Hey, he gonna rule them with a rod of iron. We're gonna go into that rod of iron too. That's that same boat. That same sharp sickle.
Yeah.
And we know according to Ezekiel 15, the only thing in the Lord's hand is the elect.
It's the elect.
And that's who he gonna rule them with.
Absolutely.
That's the rod of iron. That's the Lord being the smith. Huh?
Yeah.
Read what you got.
And he treaded the winepress of the furnace and wrath of Almighty Yahweh.
Now read the last verse.
And the remnant,
But we know that sword coming out of the Lord's mouth, right? All right, go ahead.
and the remnant were slain with the sword.
With the sword, where the sword coming from? Out of his mouth. Out of his mouth. Which what? It's a stream of brimstone, man.
Come on, man.
All right, go ahead.
Of him that sat upon the horse,
Yahweh Shai, man.
where sword proceeded out of his mouth.
With sword that did what?
Proceeded out of the mouth, out of his
Out
mouth.
of his mouth. Now, I don't know if you can go to Google and get 2 Ezra 13. Just close that out. Let me grab that for you. Let me grab that for you. Yeah.
That's hard, man.
Let me show you something real hard right now. 2 Ezra 13.
See, it's simple when you understand the precepts, man. When you stick to the script,
Stick to the script.
it's easy, man.
guys can't prove none of that madness with precepts. That's why they get angry.
But number one, you gotta believe.
Yeah, you gotta believe.
That's what he said. The Lord said you can't get it if you don't believe.
Man,
Absolutely.
hey man, we're gonna start at verse 8. That's 2nd Ezra 13 and what?
8. And after this, I beheld, and lo,
Yeah.
all that which were gathered together to subdue him.
Now that's Gog and Magog.
Absolutely.
All right.
That's right.
That's them. That's the nations that's going to be slain with the sword, man. That's what that's referring to. Of him that sat upon the horse, not Constantine. But read what you got.
And yet there's fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude, they came. He neither lifted up his hand, neither held sword.
Stop right there. So the Lord didn't even have a sword, a literal sword.
Absolutely.
He didn't even lift a hand. So what is that? What is that sword coming out of his mouth that he's going to slay these nations with? All right, read on.
Nor any instrument of war.
No instrument. Go ahead, and that proves that sickle
Right.
and that bow.
Right.
And that rod of iron is referring to the elect.
Absolutely.
Because the only thing in the Lord's hands
Right.
is the elect.
And not no damn missiles.
Come on, bro. Read what you got.
and that's a cut of no instruments of war.
Come on, with no instrument. Read
But
what you
on
got.
I, so that he sent out of his mouth,
He said, well,
out of his mouth,
go ahead.
as it had been a blast of fire,
The sword.
and out of his lamps a flaming breath,
Out of his what?
and out of his lips a flaming
Out
breath,
of his mouth, right? That sword, go ahead.
and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest.
That's the sword. That coming out of the Lord's mouth. Go ahead.
And they were all mixed together. The blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest.
Yep, and which is a firestorm.
Come.
All right? Referring to Leviathan, man, the fire and the brimstone, man. This is what it's talking about. Go ahead.
And fell with violence upon the multitude,
That's that sword, man.
which was prepared to fight.
And who's that multitude?
I think about Job.
Yeah. Go on. Get that Ezekiel 38:22. All you gotta do is go to the circle, close it out. That Ezekiel 38:22. He said what? About what multitude? He said multitude, right? Ezekiel 38:22. These guys ain't using the precepts, man.
That's right. That's why it's difficult for them.
That's why it's difficult. We don't got nothing but the Bible out here,
When
man.
we start trying to go to the precept, they stop.
Come
But they don't want to come out. The truth. Ezekiel 38:22. And I will plead against him with pestilence
And the him is that multitude.
and with blood.
See, with the pestilence, that's one of the four sword judgments of the Lord. Not no missiles, not no type of instrument. All right? He using the things he created. All right? The elements, man. Go ahead.
And I will rain upon him
He will rain upon them. Go ahead.
and upon his bands.
And that's the multitude that's prepared to fight against Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
That's God to me, God. And upon the many people that are with him. That's the other Israelites.
And other nations.
And overflowing rain.
Overflowing rain. Now, when they talk about the rain, they ain't talking about raining water.
No.
You're talking about raining fire and brimstone.
Absolutely.
All right, that tempest, all right? That's what it's talking about. That firestorm. Go ahead.
And great hailstone.
See? Hailstone. Go ahead.
Fire and brimstone.
Fire and brimstone,
And that's
man.
literal.
That's what it's talking about. That's through the precepts, man.
Yeah.
Now get to Job 41 and 19. All right. We're going to bring it on home with this. Job 41 and 19. This is how you break down the fire and the brimstone and the Leviathan. Go ahead.
This is Job 41 and 19. Out of his mouth go burning lamp.
Out of where?
Out of his mouth.
That's that sword, right?
That's a sword, man. All right, out of the mouth of the Lord.
Come on, man.
That's what he's saying.
Come on, man.
And sparks of fire leap out.
Come on, same thing, the same vision. Ezra's, John. Man, come on, man.
20.
Come on, man.
Out of his nostrils
Out of his what?
go smoke.
Go smoke, man.
This the Pope,
Man, come on,
This
man.
the Pope,
That's what them niggas say.
This the Pope.
I knocked the Edomite with the weird ass doctrine. That's the Pope, man. All right, that's what these guys teaching y'all. That this the Pope. All right, go ahead.
Them guys eat it up too, man.
They eat it up.
Out of his nostrils go smoke. out of a seething pot or cauldron. His breath kindled cold.
His breath kindled cold. That's what's coming. That's the sword that's coming out of the
That's
Lord's
the
mouth.
Leviathan.
That he's gonna blast the nations with, according to Ezra.
That's right.
The angel told Ezra this.
And Ezekiel.
But you got
And John.
You got Nazariah telling us it's the Pope.
And Yahweh said,
Come on, man. Come on, man. See what you got?
it says, his breath kindled cold, and a flame goeth out of his mouth, and his neck remaineth strength.
That's it.
All right.
That's all we need.
That's it.
That's it. That's the Leviathan, bro.
Right.
Read the Isaiah 27 and 1.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then we're gonna give you an example of what that's talking about, man.
This is Isaiah 27 and 1.
Yeah.
And in that day,
Yeah.
the Lord with his sword and great and strong sword.
Yeah. And the Lord great and strong sword is what we were just referring to.
Come on.
The sword that's coming out of his mouth.
Absolutely.
Which is that blast of fire, which is referring to the Leviathan.
Right.
Huh? Read what you got.
And the word goes, sword shall punish. Now you got to look at the word punish. Right?
Yeah, look up the word punish. That's the key to breaking down this verse.
86, 485.
Yeah.
And that's to muster.
To muster. So the Lord he gonna muster up destruction, man. Leviathan. All right. Remember in Luke he said in like manner, which means the same way he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's right.
Is how he's gonna destroy Gog and Magog, man.
That's right. Leviathan. He's going to conjure Leviathan, the piercing serpent.
And that's the piercing serpent. That's the sword that's coming out of the Lord's mouth that he's gonna slay the dragon with. Go ahead.
Even Leviathan, that crooked serpent.
That torturous. Remember the Lord say, and he's gonna torture the smoke of their torment gonna last forever. All right.
And we got a semicolon, so we go into the different. No.
Go ahead.
And he shall slay the dragon. Now.
And he shall slay the dragon.
Now he gonna slay the dragon.
With that same sword that came out of Yahweh's mouth. Now let's get it in layman terms where they can understand. Revelation 12 and 7.
Gotcha.
This way y'all can understand it. What we just read, this the same thing right here.
Revelation 12 and 7. And there was a war in heaven.
See, that's that war. All right, go ahead.
Michael and his angels
Go ahead.
fought against the dragon.
Fought against the dragon,
And the dragon fought in his angels.
and the dragon fought in his angels. All right,
And prevailed not.
and lost, man. That's what the Lord gonna use to slay the dragon. All right, that's what the Lord gonna use, man. The angels, man.
That's right.
All right, and they control the elements, man. They're not gonna have literal swords and machine guns and spaceships like GMS talk about shooting lasers and shit.
Is that what Moses had?
No,
Oh, okay.
he used the elements.
Is that what Elijah had?
None of them. And the elect in Revelation 11 not gonna have that.
No,
So that was in layman terms.
Absolutely.
That's the same thing we read in Isaiah 27. All right? The Lord gonna use, all right, his host, which is his angels. All right, and it made it specific for you. That's who gonna slay the dragon. With the elements, man. All right, Leviathan, man. And that's the point on that. I want to go into that Galatians.
All right.
6 and 17. Yeah, but this
Mark.
Mark, they got
Chip.
said that this correlates with the mark in Revelation, referring to the Quran. Yeah, break down the word still. All right, but this guy said that it's referring to. Yeah, because we're not even clear on this guy's stand. So much confusing. You know the Lord is not the author of that garbage. The Lord is not the author of that garbage, because you walk away from listening to these clowns not having full understanding, man.
And they never really tell you what they mean.
No, they never really tell you, because they sorcerers.
Okay, that's right.
And liars, man. Fucking witches, man. That's what they is, man. You ask him what does Quran mean. This guy bounce all over the place, man.
Right.
But he didn't know that he had left that comment on my comment board that said that he fully understands
Right.
that Quran is referring to printed money, man. That's what God said, man. That's That's what the guy said, man, out his own mouth. All right?
Galatians 6 and 17. From henceforth, let no man trouble me.
And that's what it's referring to. Being troubled, man. Because of the stigma of being a follower of Yahweh Shai. We out here without no garments teaching the Lord word. All right? Them guys will say we going off.
Come on.
All right? So we have to bear that from them guys, man.
Absolutely.
All right? Them guys bear false witness on us all the time. And that's part of the mark, the trouble that Paul talking about. So let no man trouble you. Go ahead.
For I bear in my body the marks of Yahweh Shai.
Now that marks is plural, man. All right? Look up that word mark. See what it say. Let's see if it say Quran.
742. A mark pricked or branded upon the body. The ancient Oriental usage.
What's how you say the word?
Stigma.
Stick. All right? And we all know that word in the English language today.
Right.
All right? That same word is used in the English language today. Stick.
Absolutely.
All right? So that's what Paul was referring to. Let me see it.
Right.
He was referring to the persecution.
Absolutely.
The persecution.
This one talk about no ancient Oriental belief system, man.
No.
That's something that came along later into the blue letter. That came a long way.
You're right, bro.
People piercing holes to represent the Lord. Come on, man.
I'm going to read one.
Okay,
Galatians 5 and 11. And I, brethren, if I yet preach circumcision, why do I yet suffer persecution? Then is the offense the cross cease. And that's what it's referring to, the persecution that those followers of Yahweh Shai suffer for being followers of that new covenant, not being liars.
That's right.
All right, like you guys over there ready for 44, whatever. And you young guys, y'all don't know what's going on.
Absolutely.
All right,
And
y'all
all,
don't
and
know
all
what's
the
going
apostles
on.
died. All the apostles died.
Good.
Yahweh Shai. All of them died.
I'm going to read another one. 2 Corinthians 1 and 5. For as the suffering of Yahweh Shai abound in us. That's what Paul was talking about. The suffering of Yahweh Shai, the persecution. All right? And being a follower of Yahweh Shai and bound in us. Not a little chip or something placed in your body. All right? This is not referring to the white man to say stigmata where they beat themselves and stuff like that. All right? He was talking about the persecution and the trouble and the stigma that goes with being a follower of Yahweh Shai. So it says, for as the suffering of Yahweh Shai abound in us. And Paul wasn't the only one that bear the marks.
No.
All right? It said us. So it's talking about those believers in the Lord, man. Those that believe in the Lord, man.
Yeah, they suffer persecution.
So our constellation also abounded by Yahweh Shai. So that's what that's referring to. I can get another one.
Absolutely.
2 Corinthians 4 and 10, referring to the marks in Galatians 6 and 17. Always bearing about in the body the dying of the Lord Yahweh Shai.
In the body, spiritually.
All right? In the body spiritually.
Absolutely.
That's the marks. Plural with an S. Kun. That the life of Yahweh Shai might be made manifest in our body.
Absolutely. Because you got to understand what Paul was going through. Nero was prosecuting Christians and quote-unquote Christians in the time.
Okay, this is and the Jews.
And the Jews.
The Jews were also
Absolutely.
persecuting those that believe in Yahweh Shai.
That's right, that's right.
Those in the temple, the
That's
guys
right.
that you
Our own
see
people, yeah.
with the garments and all that.
That's right. That's right.
They was doing the most persecution.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And this was before Paul's time. I'm
Okay.
referring to.
Okay, come on.
But yeah, but what Paul and them was referring to is what the brother said.
Absolutely.
But I got a little more.
Okay.
2 Corinthians 11:23. Are they ministers of Yahweh Shai? I speak as a fool. I am more in labors. All right, meaning works. All right, because Paul was doing the works of Yahweh Shai, man. All right, he was working. He said, in labors more abundant in stripes. So Paul took more stripes than anybody for the word of the Lord, man. Above measure. In prison more frequently. So Paul went to prison for the word of the Lord. That's him bearing the marks All right, these are the marks that's referred to.
Paul had a tough walk.
Yes.
He had a real tough walk.
So this is the marks he referring to in Galatians, not whatever that guy talking about.
Right.
It says, in death all of the Jews 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one. All right? He said, thrice was I beaten with rods. This is the marks, the plural. All right? Remember, the stigma.
Right.
All right?
That's right.
So, reading on, it says, I was stoned thrice, I suffered shipwreck.
Yep.
A night and day I have been in the deep. So these are all the marks that Paul suffered, going to prison, being beat.
Yeah.
All right?
Persecuted by Jews.
Even more on that. It says, verse 26, in journey often in perils of water, in perils of robbers, in perils by my own countrymen.
Yeah, on my own.
So Paul got robbed, he was
Yeah.
persecuted by his own countrymen.
Wow.
All right?
Wow.
All right? So referring to the wicked Israelites.
Absolutely.
Those who don't want you to come in the temple.
Right.
All right? Because you preaching Yahweh Shah
Right.
and not
Right.
doctrines of men.
Absolutely.
So they kick us out of the temple.
That's right.
Block us from their pages.
Absolutely.
The guy Nazariah, the
They
witch,
say we didn't block.
he said it.
Yeah.
He said we blocked ourselves. How the hell can we block ourselves? And then I thought we wasn't blocked. These guys liars, man. But reading on, it says, by the heathens in peril in the city, in perils, in the wilderness in perils, in the sea, and among false brethren.
Wow.
Amongst false brothers. All right, we had false brothers. We met plenty of false brothers in our walk in this truth.
Absolutely.
Plenty of them.
They want something from you.
They want something from you.
They want something from you.
All right? A lot of times they want to be pleased.
Yeah.
They want you to stroke their ego.
Yeah,
All right?
Men over here,
Gun.
the Lord said he don't want no man pleasers, man. That's what the Lord saying.
Gun.
He don't want no man pleasers.
So that's all the marks Paul was referring to, bro.
That's right.
He's not referring to no damn. I got one more, Colossians 1:24. Who now rejoice in my suffering.
That's right.
That's the marks, the suffering,
Absolutely.
the stigma, man, that comes with being a follower of Yahweh Shai.
Absolutely.
All right? For you and fill up that which is behind of the affliction of Yahweh Shai. That's the marks, man, the affliction, man. Okay? In my flesh.
In my flesh.
That's the marks. But the so-called white man took it and beat himself and cut himself.
Absolutely.
All right?
That's right.
And said that's what this referring to, and you Negroes believe it,
And
man.
it was a pope, I forget his name, St. Francis or something. 1492. Right?
I'm not sure, but bring it out.
Yeah. Yeah, he was the first one who started. He was a pope, man. A clergyman. Started beating himself and poking holes.
So that's not what the marks talk about, man.